good. I wanted to be able to record outside of the studio, and therefore I got an action cam. And the idea was to put it on the bike and record the tracks or wherever I go. And maybe with a racing bike or maybe with a mountain bike. So this is the EKEN Ultra 4K stuff. This is the SD card. It's nice, 16. And it was enough to record 1080 times 30 frames a second. If I used 60 frames a second, it stopped recording. Most likely because it couldn't get the data rate, the data on the SD card. At the bottom we have a battery that is also really nice with this thingy here to put it out. That's good. Works. We have 4 buttons, power button, the starter button and the navigation buttons. This is the microphone. This is the LED, and we see we have a big lens, but the actual sensor is really really small. Okay, so that's this. It came with a lot of stuff. I didn't do an unboxing, but yeah, we have this mount up here. We have another mount with adhesive down here. We got the watertight case and a lot of stuff. And maybe there's a little suspicious because this whole thing just cost 50 bucks, including the battery, including everything, including the belt, including the instruction in English, that's good, including zip ties and steel wire, including a frame for fixing it on the photo stand, including a remote control, including a second back cover, including a mount to put it on small handles or whatever, including even more stuff, another screw, another adhesive pad, including a charger and a charging cable, a branded charging cable. In my case, I wanted to put it on the, you have the bike handle and in the middle there's the pole where it is mounted, so that didn't match everything, so I had to print my own. This is like 4 centimeters, I think, or so. 40 millimeters, yeah. And I put some hot glue in there to give it more grip. And this worked quite well. Okay, you don't pay for the marketing, so this will cut the cost maybe at least in half. And then, but there still is no way to go from a hundreds of dollar GoPro to this tiny thing without losing anything. And I thought I would lose a little bit on the image quality, and we will see later when we look at the pictures. But the rest should be fine. Yeah, maybe a little less runtime. The idea is just to slam it on the bike, slam it into the 3D printer or wherever and hit the record button and have it record for like 1 or 2 hours. So basically it should be a piece of cake. Yesterday I tried it out, I recorded like half an hour and then I charged up the battery, packed it in and wanted to put it on the bike today to have like a tour and to film it. Actually I thought I would take a little longer to test this thing, but as you can see it locked up again and we just have to reset it. Can we reset it? Come on. Ah, here we go. I think it's the vibration that causes it to stop or to just hang itself up. So anyway, I will use 2 hands to steer the bike and then I come back to you. So, and there we are. I think you saw it until the clip stopped. The red light is not blinking anymore, so I guess it just died again. It was like, what, 40 seconds, 10 seconds of vibration. Just in case if you are wondering, you see the light is on again. And if you click here, and there, and there, and there, nothing is happening. The only thing that works is long press here, there in the front. Now the light is off, and now I can restart it, and it's fine again. Garbage. So really great action cam. Enjoy the landscape. So what I'm going to do now is I will remove this and then have fun on my own. That was a quick one. Hi, I'm back. And just to make sure that it wasn't like the battery or something else, I wanted to record a little more of video with it, and therefore I need something to show you, and that's why I set up the 3D printer, because that was the second application I thought it could be good at, and I just took it out of the bike and put it into another stand. Yeah, and I will power it on, and then let's see if it records the whole time, or maybe it's something else. So it's booting up. Let's see. So now we are going to put it back in here, like so. And great, I should have closed the window, shouldn't I? Let's get this puppy up here. Like so. Oh, it's beautiful. So flat. So we didn't do anything, we just put it in the thing here, fire it up, and I fire the printer for part A in this case. Well, that's heating up again, and okay, start recording, and it's blinking. Okay, you can't see this, but it actually is. Okay, for some reason now it's working. Anyway, back to the lab bench, or back to the desk, or wherever. So sorry, I'm back in shaky vision. I just wanted to import the data into the video software. And yeah, this is the screen capturing tool of choice, sorry. And I looked into the video file and I saw that the only files that are there are the files from the 3D printer. And none of the videos that were recorded, like the 40 seconds until the camera stopped working or the software locked itself up, is actually saved. So that is something you might consider, and this is even worse because I thought I could stitch together like the 40 seconds and then have like a cut and then the second one and the third one when I tried, but now the only thing I have left from the tour is like this and that. The two still frames I did. Like if the camera locks up, your footage is gone. It finalizes the videos every 10 minutes. So every 10 minutes you get a file of like 1 gigabyte, and that is saved. So basically if the camera locks up after that, the old file that is finalized should be okay. But in this case, since it was way less than 10 minutes, like 1.5 minutes maximum before it locked up, yeah, your file is gone. Thanks, Michael, but not so fast. Today is a few days later and another cake. In the meantime, I talked to the customer care support and they suggested a few things to maybe make it work. The screen turns off automatically because it's saving power. Okay, I knew that. Second thing was that they told me not to use this one but another frame, which also don't help me because this is there to protect the camera, and if I use it outdoors, yeah, you see it already got some shmoo on there. Then I want the camera to be protected, or otherwise I don't need the camera at all. But the last thing they said was I should use a bigger SD card. The thing I was curious about was compatible with 16 or 32 gigs. Micro SD, micro SDH, and so on. And it should have a class 10 speed. So I went out again and tried different SD cards this time. So this was the one I used before, 16 gigs 10. Then I also used 32 gigs, but I think not really branded. Well, this was the cheapest one. And the last one I used was 64 gigs. So I used this one for reference. As we see, this didn't work at all. This one worked and this one worked too. So right now I'm quite pleased because it works. Screensaver 3 minutes. Power saver off. Okay. Okay, let's try this. It's the same memory card as last time. I'm in like 29 seconds and it stopped working. Great, so let's try the bigger SD card. So you see I upgraded from 16 gigs to 32 gigs. And yes, I tested all those memory cards at home with the same settings. And yeah, they worked in a shock-free environment. So now we are starting this. Almost 5 minutes now and it's still recording. Funny side note, this is the cheapest of all the SD cards. Oh, and it also locks the... Why does it do that? Anyway, okay, let's try the last SD card. Okay, now that it's working, I'm quite pleased with it. Regarding the quality, you can make up your mind. You see the image quality here. It's 1080p, 30 frames per second. In the outdoor, I put some shots regarding the dynamic range, where I drive from high light into low light and the other way around. Thanks to the customer care team who didn't give up on me. But that's it for now. Thanks a lot for watching.